Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I hope you caught the video about version 13. We're using it here. First game using version 13. And we got Greg MADDUX on the mound on his birthday, pitching for the Atlanta Braves in game one of this 3-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off and playing left field is Gar for the Braves. Batting second and playing second, Frank Cone. Batting third, playing third, Chipper Jones. Batting fourth, playing right field, Aaron. Batting fifth, playing center field, Acuna. Batting sixth, doing the catch, McCann. Batting seventh, the crime dog, playing first, McGriff. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Blauser. And batting ninth, like I say, is the birthday boy, Greg MADDUX. Now for the home team, Pittsburgh Pirates leading off. Playing center field, Van Slyke. Batting second, playing second, Harrison. Batting third, playing left field, Parker. Batting fourth, playing right field, Clemente. Batting fifth, playing first base, Stargell. Batting sixth, playing third base, Ramirez. Batting seventh, doing the catching, is Pena. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Alley. And on the mound, everybody's friend, Bob. Let's get down here to Pittsburgh. Get this game started, folks. And we need to change this to board game companion, don't we? Since it's the first game we played. Change this to board game companion. Hit OK. And you see one addition in the version 13 is the pitcher. His pitcher will be up in the left-hand corner, and the batter's pitcher will be up here in the right-hand corner. And leading it off for the Braves is Ralph Gar. He's batting .385 with no homers and 1 RBI. Bob Friend, this is his second appearance. He's 1-0 with a 1.8 ERA. Take a look here at the Braves. And the Braves are a half a game up on the Mets. And you got Mr. Jones batting .125, Blauser .211, Hank .357 with 3 homers, Acuna .250 with a homer, and Ralph, like we just said, batting .385. Smokes with a 6.14 ERA, Necro 250, 2.57, Glavin 5.14, Spawn a 9 ERA, and MADDUX a 6. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. Here's the pitch to Ralph. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Friend. He's up with it. He fires over the first. And that'll be out number 1. And Raphael comes to the plate, batting .250 with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Van Slyke. 2 quick outs here in the top of the first. And we get to Chipper Jones. And Chipper batting $125 on the year with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the alley. And that'll be a 1-2-3 first. And we need this to be home team. That's what's going on here. There we go. Home and home. Close that out. Not home and home, but human. Hey, we got Clinton Parks and Ken Castro in here. Not a whole game, just an inning or two, Clinton, to show it off. Yeah, just an inning or two. My plans is I'm going to do the 1983 season in Status Pro. Yeah, is my. But I'm going to use the game engine. I don't think I'm going to actually roll the dice. Just use the game engine, and hopefully, like me and Ken was talking in my video, hopefully I don't get click happy and rush through it. That's the only thing with playing digital games is I think sometimes I know I do. I get click happy, and before I know it, we're in like the 7th or 8th inning, and I don't know what the hell happened in 3, 4, and 5. He's on the video. What he's talking about is when you're playing the Status Pro engine, the if you show the cards, the fax action card doesn't match the game engine. What happened behind the scenes? They're not in sync. Again, I'm only bringing up the player cards so I can see the player cards. You don't even have to. You can literally here. We'll do an at bat here. We'll make this a game plus a tutorial. So we'll go to the Status Pro 4th edition split cards. This isn't the board game companion. This is the actual engine. We'll show the results and we'll show the cards. And I'll just go back and undo it. It ain't that big of a deal. You can hit the undo button as many times as you want. So you got Andy Van Slyke up and you got MADDUX. He's a 2-9. So you hit the old swing button here. And MADDUX throws, takes ball 4. So as you can see, the card doesn't match. It says he's a 2-9 pitcher. The number generated in the background was a 10, so it's off the batter's card. And it's a 56. And a 56 on Van Slyke's card is a base on balls. So he walks. And like I say, it doesn't. This fast action card should match up with this, and it's a 7 and a 23. But again, if I do this, I don't want the fonts. If I do this and play the game again, we'll just go back. Ain't that big of a deal. And now you're not even going to see the cards. As Hunter stops by, check out Hunter's channel, folks. And now you don't see the cards. Now you got Van Slyke off first, line drive in the right field. Aaron comes up, takes it on a hop single. Andy Van Slyke advances the third. Now you don't see the card, so you don't know the 4 and the 21. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? I would prefer the cards match, but that's just me. Now we go back and do some undos here. Undo. Undo. And undo. And now we'll change it and go back to the board game companion. It's a little tutorial and a game all in one. Alrighty. And now we got Andy Van Slyke up, followed by Harrison and the Cobra, Dave Parker. And we got Andy Van Slyke batting .231 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And like we said, this is MADDUX's second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 6 ERA. Let's see if the birthday boy can do a little better here today. And the Pirates, they're tied for first with the Brewers. Got Van Slyke batting .231. Clemente batting .292 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Alley .286. The Cobra off to a slow start, 118 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Pop's batting .286. Bob Veal with a 4.5 ERA. Bob Friend with a 1.08. You can see the pitching's getting it done for the Pirates. And Garrett Cole with a 2.16. Doug Drayback 1.69, and the Candyman with a 6 ERA. And let's get down here. Let me get back on here. And Van Slyke now at the plate, batting .231. And he gets a hold of this one off of MADDUX. This is not what the birthday boy wants. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So Van Slyke is aboard here with the leadoff double. Let's see if Mad Dog can pitch around this. And Josh Harrison's up. He's off to a great start this year, batting .389 with no homers and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Harrison, and that's going to be against the righty, 22. And runner down at second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 52 and an 8. Probably going to be fielding column 2. Nope, that's going to be fielding column 3. And runner's going to get down the third. Jeff fires over to first. And now we got runner on third, and the Parker's up. The Braves will play back. Try not to give up a big inning here. Parker's off to a slow start, batting .118. And 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Parker, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, a big strikeout by MADDUX for out number 2. And I am noticing one thing, that it's making you hit the pitcher every time here instead of just a swing. So I'll have to get used to that in version 3. And now you got Clemente up, batting .292, 2 homers and 5 RBIs, and 2 outs and a runner down at third. Can the Mad Dog get out of this with nobody scoring? And that's going to be a -2, 22, runner down at third. And that's going to be popped up out in the center field. And that'll be out number 3. So the lead-off double gets stranded at third. We go to the top of the second in a 0-0 game. And you got the hammer due up, followed by Acuna and McCann. Hank is batting .357, off to a great start this year with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bob Friend strikes him out for out number 1. And Acuna comes up now. And he's batting .250 on the year. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's well hit. That's driven in the right field. Splits the gap out there. I got to get used to this. Used to just going right to swing. Now the Braves got a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Can they deliver here? And Brian McCann's batting .200 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 51 and a 4. Excuse me. And that's barely column 3. And that's going to be a ground ball over to first. And Acuna will get in scoring position here with 2 outs. And it's up to the crime dog, Fred McGriff. Can he get the Braves on the board? He's batting .300 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. We got Stargell due up here, followed by Ramirez and Pena. And you can see the team comparisons. The Braves with a 3-2 record and batting .214 with a .284 on base, slugging .514 with a .798 OPS. Pirates off to a great start, 5-1, batting .261, .315 on base percentage, slugging .630 and an OPS of .945. And Pop's batting .286 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. MADDUX strikes him out for out number 1. MADDUX second strikeout of the game. And Ramirez comes up, batting a .133, no homers and 2 RBIs. that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Hank makes the catch for out number 2. And Tony Pena comes to the plate. Tony batting .333, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, 46 and an 8. And that'll be fielding column 2 barely. And that's going to be an error on Blauser, an E6. Blauser with the error. And now you got a runner down at first. 2 outs for Gene Alley. Alley batting .286. He's got no homers and a RBI. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. McCann takes the mask off and makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. The Pirates strand 1 to the top of the 3rd we go with no score. You got Blauser, MADDUX, and then back to the top of the order with Gar. And like I say, you got the Braves with 40 strikeouts, 22 walks, 7 doubles, and 1 triple. Pirates 55 strikeouts, 21 walks, 23 doubles, and 4 triples. And Blauser batting .211, but he's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Alley, at short for out number 1. And that brings up MADDUX. MADDUX is 0 for 1 on the year. Can he get something started here with 1 out? And nope. That's going to be a ground ball down to Martinez for out number 2. We're back to the top of the order and Ralph Gar. And Gar is 0 for 1. He grounded out the first time up. Out the pitcher out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. And now you got Bren due up, followed by Van Slyke and Harrison. And Bob 0 for 3 on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the chipper for out number 1. He throws over to the crime dog. And Andy Van Slyke, who started this game off with a double, is up now 1 for 1. And that's going to be a 20 and a 9. That's going to be a fly ball out to Acuna. That'll be 2 outs here today. In the bottom of the 3rd. And Mr. Harrison's up now. And he's 0 for 1. And he grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ralphs makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. To the top of the 4th we go. Raphael due up here to lead off, followed by Chipper and the Hammer. You see Pittsburgh's upcoming schedule. 2 more games here at home against the Braves. And then the Marlins come to town. Raphael is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Alley. And he throws out Raphael for out number 1. And now Chipper is 0 for 1. He's popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball down to Van Slyke. Van Slyke out there in center field waiting for the ball to come down. Makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes the Hammer. See if he can get something going. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the Cobra. And left field, 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. To the bottom of the 4th we go. And we got the big boys due up here for the Pirates. Parker, Clemente, and Stargell. Dave struck out his first time up. That's going to be a slow roller down the 3rd. Chipper comes in, fires over to 1st. That'll be out number 1. And Clemente comes up to the plate now. And Clemente, he's 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. No, it's not. I keep forgetting that Mr. Control has that double Z, 2 balls and no strikes. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Chipper's got it. We're out number 2. Nice play by Jones. And Stargell's up now. And Stargell, he's 0 for 1. He struck out against MADDUX his first time up. And that's going to be a routine grounder down the second. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. To the top of the 5th we go. Still nothing. And you got Acuna, McCann, and McGriff. The Macs are coming up. And here's Acuna. He doubled his first time up. That's going to be a rare play, a 32 and a 40. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. We're out number 1. Here comes the mix-up, McCann and McGriff. McCann's 0 for 1, grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 13 and a 36. 13 and a 36 is out to center field. Andy Van Slyke's out there. And that's going to be a fly ball. Van Slyke makes a nice catch out there for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. And the Crime Dog, can he do something here with 2 outs? And he is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. That's going to be a base on balls. The Crime Dog walks on down to first. And that's the first walk of the ball game for either team, folks. Now you got Blauser up. Can Blauser do something here with the Crime Dog down at first and 2 outs? Blauser's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be 0 for 2. That's a fly ball out to Clemente. And the Braves strand 1. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Ramirez due up, followed by Pena and Alley. Ramirez is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Not this time, folks. That ball's hit down the right field. Aaron can't get to it. That ball lands in fair territory. That's a leadoff double for Ramirez. So, again, you got a runner down in second and nobody out. MADDUX got away with it back in the first. Can he do it here in the 5th? Pena's 0 for 1. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout by the Mad Dog. Only his 3rd strikeout. It's a big one. Now there's 1 down, a runner down at second. And Gene Alley's up. He popped up behind home plate. McCann made a play. We're out. And that's going to be a 34. And that's going to be a line drive down the second. And the runner's going to hold. He gets back in plenty of time. Now there's 2 outs, and the runner's still down in second. And Friend's going to have to help his own cause. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty at 24. And that ball's hit down the short. Nice play by Blauser this time. He dives, comes up throwing, and throws Friend out, folks. Nice play by Blauser. Robbed Bob of a hit and maybe an RBI. So MADDUX pitches around the leadoff double. To the top of the 6th we go. Still nothing. And speaking of MADDUX, he'll lead it off here for the Braves, followed by Ralph and Raphael. And Greg 0 for 1 today. And again, he's not a bad hitting pitcher. You got to be careful with him. And he hits this ball in the right field. Only the second base hit. I told you we don't need no stinking DH. Greg MADDUX, he's proud of his hitting ability. He's down at first with nobody out. And Ralph's up. Ralph's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Here's the pitch. That's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's going to be back-to-back singles. That's a base hit in the right field. And with Clemente's arm, MADDUX ain't going nowhere. That's a freaking missile out there launcher, folks. That ain't a cannon. That's a missile launcher. A 40 arm out there, folks. 40 in Apba. So now you got first and second. Still nobody out. And up to the plate is Raphael for call. And he is 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. Can he deliver here and get the Braves on the board? And that's going to be a pop up back near the screen. Tony Pena takes the mask off. And that'll be out number 1. 1 down here in the 6th. Here comes the big boys, though. Let's see if they can do something. Chipper is 0 for 2 today. MADDUX down at second. Ralph at first. Excellent speed on the pads. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Parker, they got nothing but guns, cannons, you name it. They got it out there in that outfield. That is a 57 minus a 38 plus a 12, a 31. They're going to send him. 31. You know what? He's not even going to throw home. He's going to keep the runner from going to third. So that's going to be an RBI single. The runner would definitely get the third one to throw. That's going to be an RBI single by Chipper. And we still got first and second. And the hammer's coming up. Yeah, that's what I figured too, Clinton. Use the cards on there and enter it into the board game companion. And the nice part about it is, here, I'll show you. We'll do it here. And we'll go back and I'll undo this. So if you're using the board game companion with the splits, and true, and show the cards. So the card's a 7. It comes off the pitcher. It's a 42. That's a pass ball. So you just put in there a pass ball. And the nice thing about, so now you got a pass ball, runners at second and third. And that generates another card, a 7. That's off the pitcher. And it's another pass ball. Unbelievable. So 2 pass balls in a row. And I'll have to go back and undo all this. And a run comes in. And Aaron's up now on a 2-0 count. And that's an 8 off the pitcher. 27. And he strikes him out. Wanted to get one there. Actually had a ground out or a fly out. Because all you got to do is put in these numbers here. Remind me. And we'll go back and make it. So now you got a 4 off the pitcher, a 52. A 52 is a regular out. Here we go. He's an RP. And that's an F8. And you just put in F8. Simple as that. And we'll go back and undo all this. And get Aaron up with first and second. And only 1 run in. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So we'll change this back to board game companion. And do some undos here. Undo. 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 And that should be where we was at. You got Aaron up. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and the Braves lead. 1-0. Hope that helps you out, buddy. Yeah, hope that helps you out. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I agree with you. Like I said, I'm going to try to do something with the 1983 season with Status Pro. And Aaron's up here. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty an 18. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. A 34 and a 9 should be fielding 1. And it is. And actually, that's a pop up. That's going to be an infield fly rule. 2 down. And Acuna Jr.'s up now. Oh, did you? Cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, buddy. And here's the pitch. He's 1 for 2 with the double today. Also struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short alleys up with it. He fires over to first. Oh, I did hear about that. Yes, I did hear about that, buddy. Yep. That was a ground ball down the alley over to first. The Braves score 1, take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th. Got the top of the order due up here for the Pirates. Van Slyke, Harrison, and Parker. Andy's 1 for 2. He singled back in the first. Double back in the first. And here's the pitch to Van Slyke. And that's going to be a ground ball down the chipper. He's up with it. Fires over the first. To the crime dog for outnumbered 1. And Harrison's up now. And Harrison's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field, a 1-out single for the Pirates. And here comes the big boys. One swing and a bat here, and the Pirates could take the lead. And the Cobra's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Braves would love to see a double play ball. That's a ground ball back to the mound. See if they can turn 2 here. Nope, but MADDUX will fire down the first. He'll get the lead off runner. That'll be a 1-6 put out. And now Clemente comes up with a runner down at first and 2 outs, and Dave Parker down there. And Roberto's 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ralph. He's got room out there in left field, makes the catch. And the Pirates strand 1. We get to the top of the 7th. It's still a 1-0 ball game, folks. And now you got the Max up. McCann and McGriff, followed by Brian. McCann's 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Willie. He calls off Bob, takes it himself for out number 1. Now McGruff, the crime dog. He is 0 for 1. He walked back in the 5th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bob strikes him out. 2 quick outs here. And the top of the 7th, can Jeff Blauser get a 2-out rally going? He's 0 for 2. Grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. We make it to the 7th inning stretch in a 1-0 ball game, folks. MADDUX is going to have to earn their Spur Day win. Stargell, Ramirez, and Pena do up. Willie's 0 for 2 today. Johnny Bravo. That's funny as shit. Stargell 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3 because MADDUX strikes him out for out number 1. MADDUX 4th strikeout of the game. And Ramirez steps up here, and he's 1 for 2. He doubled back in the 5th and got stranded. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jeff at short. He fires over to first, and now there's 2 outs. And it's up to Tony Pena to get this 7th inning started here for the Pirates for 2 outs. He did reach on an error and struck out in the 5th. And that's going to be a 21. That's going to be a ground ball down the chipper. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. To the top of the 8th we go. In a 1-0 ball game. You got MADDUX due up, followed by Ralph and Raphael. MADDUX 1 for 2 because we don't need a stinking DH, and he came around to score the only run. He's done it all here today, folks. And here's the pitch from Bob. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes the Mad Dog out. Out number 1. And now you got Ralph up. And Ralph, he's 1 for 3. He has singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Bob. Bob fields it cleanly, fires over the Stargell. 4 out number 2. Let's see if Raphael Percal can get something going here. He's 0 for 3. Can he get a base hit here with 2 outs and get some insurance run? Nope. That's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart at short. And that'll be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the, that's not what I wanted. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 Bravos. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Pirates. You got Alley, a pitch hitter for Bob, and then Van Slyke. Gene's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 on a 63. That's a swing and a miss. Nope, that's going to be a ball. Yep, that's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gene. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Nice play by MADDUX. He fields his position well. Multi-time Gold Glove winner. Snags that, fires over to Fred. And that's an out. That'll be it for Bob Friend. Pitched a hell of a game. He can still win the game. Right now he's the loser, but he can come back here. They can score some runs here in the bottom of the 8th. He could still possibly win. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here against MADDUX. Yeah, it is a hell of a game, ain't it? For his birthday. And using a new version. He got his picture up there in the left-hand corner the whole game. Looking purty, ain't he? And let's see who's going to come off the bench. I think they only got Bell. Josh Bell's the only. They got no lefties on the bench. They're all in the game, and Bell's the only switch hitter they got. So Josh Bell's going to come off the bench here. Pitch hit for Bob Friend. Ring my bell, LL. Ring my bell. So Bell comes off the bench. And Josh looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch for MADDUX. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And that's MADDUX's 5th strikeout of the game. And Van Slyke, who's got a double in this game, 1 for 3 is up now. And that ball's well hit. He's figured out MADDUX today. Where's this one going to land at, folks? And that's going to be another double. So Andy Van Slyke has half the hits in this game. Pirates got 4. He's got 2 of them. And the tying runs down at second. Can the Mad Dog pitch around this mess, folks? 2 outs. Josh Harris is up. Josh has gotten a hit back in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. And that'll do it. That's a ground ball down the second. Raphael calls up with it. He'll throw over to first, and Andy gets stranded down at second. And we go to the top of the 8th. The Braves hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got the big boys due up. You got Jones, switch hitter, and then 2 righties. Let's see here what their bullpen looks like. Okay, Geist is a little tired. Face is a little tired. Mark's going to come in here and try to keep this a 1-run game. This is his 2nd appearance of the year. No record and no ERA. Like I say, he's got the 3, 4, 5 hitters, the heart of the lineup. Chipper, Aaron, and Acuna. And Chipper's got the lone RBI. He singled and drove in a run back in the 6th when MADDUX got aboard, folks. So here's the pitch to Chipper. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? Kiss it goodbye. Chipper Jones gives Greg MADDUX an insurance run here, folks. And that's his first home run of the year. Chipper Jones drives that ball into the right field stands. And it is 2-0. Double your fun, double your pleasure. This is brought to you by Double A Company, doubles the lead. And Paul joins us here tonight. Check out Paul's channel, folks. He's been doing a lot of pocket pennant run. Says he's going to be diving deep into Digital Diamond version 13 with Status Pro, folks. And now we got the hammer up. The hammer's 0 for 3. Hank Aaron. He's grounded out. He's popped up, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Mark don't have his good stuff here today, which was a 1-0 lead. Now you got another runner on here. And you can't afford to give up any more runs. MADDUX is pitching a hell of a game here. And Ronald is 1 for 3. He's got a double back in the 1st. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. You do a great job for the community. And that's going to be against the righty of 23. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 56 and a 2, probably fielding column 2. Yep. 56, that's fielding column 2. And he'll get the lead runner. Aaron will be thrown out on the 6-1 put out. And now there's 1 out and a runner still at first. And you got Pena. There's arms. These guys, this whole team ain't nothing but howitzers or missile launchers. Freaking Tony Pena. Look at those arms, Ken. A 38, a 38, and a 40 in the outfield. Tony Pena is a +6 behind the plate. I mean, a 32 at second base is your worst arm in the damn game. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, crazy. I mean, that's just crazy how good these arms are. Now you got a runner down at second, 1 out, and Brian McCann up. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a 21. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field where that freaking missile launcher's at. And his name's Roberto Clemente. And I don't know if Acuna's going to try to score from first or not. Let's see here. It'll be a 42 minus a 40 plus a 15. And he's staying where he's at. Yeah, 238s and then a 40. And like you're saying, then Tony Pena is a 6 behind the plate. There ain't no running on this team. So that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And like I say, Aaron's going to stop at third. He's not going to be foolish enough to let Clemente throw him out. So now you got first and third, and the crime dog's up. It's station to station against this team. That's for sure. You really got to power one out there on this artificial turf and have it roll around. I've never seen a 40 in my life of you. Clemente is the first 40. And this is 1967 year. 1967. And the crime dog's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the fifth. Can the crime dog give the Braves a 3-0 lead? And with the crime dog and McCann on, they're going to play back for the double play. Going to play back for the double play. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 25. And that might just do it, folks. Let's see here. Double play, runner scores. Defense may choose to hold runner at third and take one out at first, other runner to second. And that's going to be that's going to be the old 1-6-3 double play. Playing back paid off as Mark starts the double play. 1-6-3. But the Braves score 1 and make it a 2-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the ninth. And it's MADDUX game right now, folks. He's got a 4-hit shutout on his birthday. Happy birthday, Greg MADDUX. But he's got the big boys to deal with here in the ninth. The Cobra, Clemente, and Pops. Dave's 0 for 3. Struck out, grounded out, and grounded into fourth play. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Blouser. He takes a few steps to his right, makes the play. Fires over to McGriff for out number 1. And now Clemente's up. How old is old MADDUX today? Let's see how old the birthday boy is. And the birthday boy is 59 years old today. Happy birthday, Greg MADDUX, the big 5'9". Now he's got Clemente up. Clemente's 0 for 3. Flown out twice to center and left and grounded out. And that ball is hit well. At least he can't hit a 2-run homer to beat you here. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. That's a 1-out double. 1-out double by Clemente. Brings the tying run to the plate. And now we got a decision to make. The lefty Stargell's up. Do we go to the bullpen here and bring in John Rocker? I say no. This is MADDUX game. Got a runner down at second. He's pitched around it before. Pops is up. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice against the Mad Dog. Here's the pitch to Pops. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Might not be a ground ball. Might be a line drive. Let's look. A 54 and a 4. It's fielding column 2. That's a line drive down the first. And that'll keep the runner. Nice play by McGriff. Line drive down there. Clemente still down at second. And it's up to Ramirez here. 2 outs, runner on second. He's 1 for 3. He doubled back in the fifth against MADDUX. And that's going to be let's see where there's go. I'm sure the infield's fielding 1, but we'll see here. 8, 10, 14, 22, 29, And third, yep, it's fielding column 1. That's going to be popped up in the foul territory down the third baseline. Blauser in foul territory calls for it, makes a nice catch, and the 59-year-old MADDUX gets a win here on his birthday, folks. 2-0 shutout. Thank you, Paul. I love accents too, buddy. Yeah, Paul says he loves my accent. Thank you, man. I love yours too. I love any accent. Yeah. And that's your ball game, folks. How about that for a birthday ball game and the first time we played version 13? Can't get much better than that, can you? Yeah, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it? Yeah, I've been wanting to play this all day. Beatles wanted me to hold off. And let's take a look here at the box score. I'm sure that's the shutout. Yep, MADDUX with his first shutout of the year. And the Braves, 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Pirates, no runs, 5 hits and no errors. Chipper Jones was 2 for 4, drove in both runs. How about that, old Chipper? But the story is MADDUX. Andy Van Slyke had 2 hits. He was the only Pirate to figure him out. They had 9 men on base. They stranded 6. MADDUX goes to 1-1, goes the distance, a 5-hit shutout, and he struck 5 out. Here's the kicker. Bob Friend goes to 1-1, 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 4. Gotta feel sorry for poor Bob. Yeah, gotta love MADDUX though, right? And McLean, 1 inning, 2 hits, a run, a walk, and a homer to Chipper Jones. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard. And error loading the league average foul. The error happens when an invalid league average foul is associated with a player. In this case, the system could not find the following foul. The system will use the 25 league average foul instead. Fine with me. Fine with me. Yeah, that's for sure, Sean. And now you got the Braves a game up on them Mets. Washington 2 back. The Phillies 2.5 and the Marlins 3.5. And out in the Central, the Brewers are now a half a game up on the Pirates. Cardinals and Cubbies are a game and a half back. Cincinnati 2 games back, and the Astros 2.5. And out west, the Giants are a half a game up on the Dodgers, a game up on the Diamondbacks. Colorado, game and a half back, and the Padres 2 games back. Paul Molitor still leading the league with a .560 batting average. Sammy Sosa with 7 homers and 12 RBIs. Jeff Bagwell also has 12 RBIs to lead the National League. And the ERA leader right now is at 0. 3 pitchers in the National League tied with 2 wins. And Kent DeCalvey with his 3 saves leading the National League. And Sammy Sosa's leading in MVP voting. John Rucker still leading in the Cy Young voting. And the next game on the channel will be game number 2 of this 3-game series. And it'll be Warren Spahn going up against the Candyman, John Candelaria. Looking forward to that matchup too. I want to thank World's Worst Gamer, Paul and Ken Castro and Clinton Parks for stopping in here today. It's a shame old Beatles didn't stop in. Hunter, check out Hunter's channel. Sorry, Philip, I didn't see Philip Reynolds come in. Sorry about that. Check out Philip Reynolds' channel. Yeah, thought Beatles might stop in and catch his Pirates. Till next time, folks, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It doesn't cost a dime. And hit that bell for reminders. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.